Hello everyone, after showing you how to install a water block on a 1080 Ti video card, I'm going to unbox with you today the monitor I decided to pair the card up with, and in particular it's an AOC Agon AG271QG 27-inch 1440p display with a refresh rate up to 165 Hz, and the refresh rate is up to this value because it's not set this way out of the box, but you have to overclock it. But I'm already telling you that I didn't have any problem doing so, and it also has G-Sync, the G-Sync feature. Now let's take a look inside the box, and the first thing we find is a display port cable, which is not too short, and it's a good thing. And also the build quality seems pretty good. Then here we have the power cable, which is also quite long, and also this one is nice because nowadays it's typical to find a shorter cable to reduce the cost, but it's not so good for the user. And this is the plug. I don't know if you can see inside the bag, so I'm going just to take it out so you can see. Okay, so this is the plug. If you need to use it with a UPS, you know which cable do you need, and also it has a Shuko plug. Then here we have another cable, which is a HDMI 1. It's about the same length of the DisplayPort 1, and also the quality seems the same. Then here we have another bag with a CD-ROM and an audio cable. So inside the CD-ROM we have some manual and some other stuff, I guess. Then here we have the USB cable to connect the monitor to the PC, because there's some USB port on the monitor, so you need a pass-through cable. Then let's see if there's something else that I can show you. Okay, here we have a phase adapter, so if you are going to install the monitor on another stand or wall mount, you can use this one for the installation. And then I don't think there's something else we can take out this way, so I'm just going to take out from the box all this thing, and here we go. So as you can see, all the pieces are put together by some tape, which is nice, so that the pieces don't move while transporting, and given the price tag of this monitor, I think it's the minimum. Now let me just adjust the camera and we can proceed with unboxing. So here's the base, which seems pretty solid. It's also heavy, not too much, but it's not light neither, so I guess it indicates a good bit quality. Here we have the transformer for the power, and also here the cable is not too short, so then again it's a plus, also because as you can see it's not so small. And then the last one here is the stand, which as you have already seen, for the base it's wrapped in a plastic bag and some other plastic sheet to protect it from scratch and any other damage. Okay, I'm going already tell you that it's quite heavy. I mean, it's not so heavy, but in respect of my old monitor is quite heavier. And then again, I'm guessing it's for a better quality. And at last, we have the monitor itself. So let me just remove it from the box. And out of this bag, so I can show you better. And I'm going this slowly because I don't want to break it just now. Okay, here we go. You can see the monitor doesn't have big edges, so it's difficult to handle, but it's better looking. And down here we have some ports. So we have a couple of USB, the power cable, the power connector, HDMI port, and the display port. So now let's just quickly assemble the monitor together. Here you can see the package better, which is nice. And also the material that I'm guessing are aluminum for the better part, or at least some metal material. And then there's some plastic just for the exterior and from the middle part of the base, but given how much it's heavy, I think it indicates a good build quality. Now to install, we just have to apply the four screws, and if you are going to install it using another stand, you have to install here the adapter that I've shown you during the unboxing, the first part. And I think we are good to go. Perfect, so let's proceed with the base. Same package as for the stand itself. It's not too small, so I'm going to take some space on your desk, but not too much. And then here you can see we have three rubber grommets, so you don't scratch the desk, and also you don't risk to move the monitor without intention. For the installation, here you just have to align a pin to the hole on the base of the stand, and then tighten the screw. And you can also do this by hand because it has a ring, so you can move the screw by hand. And in the meantime, if you already don't know, Agon is the gaming series from AOC, and this monitor is basically the same as the Acer Predator and Asus ROG solution, and also they all should share the same panel. So basically the only things that change are the enclosure and the price. And here's the monitor completely assembled, and it's been a year since I filmed the unboxing, so I can show you and explain to you better my impression about this monitor after almost a year of use. And for starters, let's take about the adjustment, the ergonomics of the monitor. This monitor basically have all the adjustment you could possibly need. So let me show you. It has some teeth adjustment, some height adjustment. This is not a max 8, but I have some cable issue, as you can see. It also can change from landscape to portrait orientation, and obviously you can also rotate just rotate a little because of the cable. Sorry about it, but I have to adjust some cable management. Here on the side you also have some asset handler. I've never used it so far, but it seems solid, so I guess you can use it with no problem. And as I told you before, I decided to buy this one instead of the Predator and Rogue solution because for starter, for the price, but also because I have a great experience in the past with AOC monitor, and not so much about the other two, so this is why I choose this one. But unfortunately, different from my old AOC monitor, this one has some more noticeable backup beading, nothing too much. As you can see, in everyday use you're not going to notice it, but if you watch some dark images in a dark room, you are going to see it, especially if you use a high brightness. But here I'm using below 10, so you don't see it so much, or none. And here's some two pictures I took in a dark room with a black screen and 1% brightness. And the real effect you have when watching the monitor in this condition is one between these two images. I have not been able to capture the right thing you have with the camera, but it's some between these two, so it's something that is annoying. It's definitely there, but as I've told you before, you're not going to use with this level of brightness in a completely black screen and dark room. I only notice it during the Witcher trilogy screen because it's very dark, and sometimes during some new movies, but in everyday use you're not going to notice it. Here, as you can see, is my brightness level, which is quite low because the monitor is very bright. And now that I'm here, I just have to tell you that the OSD is not the same quality as the Rogue one or the Predator one. Here, unfortunately, the Agon solution is behind them, and especially you don't have any solution to show the FPS on the screen from the actual FPS of the monitor, so there's no way to know if the G-Sync is working as expected or not. But in this year I haven't noticed any screen tearing, so I suppose it's working as it should, and this is it. I'm pretty happy with this monitor. I would honestly recommend it, but I think the price should be a little lower, and this is it.